effectively giving vision for Lagos. Our mission in Lagos is to position our state as a regional hub and a thriving global marketplace.
We are live here at Lagos Trade Fair.
Hello everyone, we are the City 360 photo booth here in Lagos International Trade Fair. We're here to help exhibitors, visitors have a good time. Are you here to shop? Come here and make videos and have fun.
It is with immense pleasure that I welcome you to the 38th edition of the Lagos International Trade Fair. We know that this fair is about connecting businesses and creating value for those businesses across the world.
It has grown to become a premier platform that showcases the best of Nigerian enterprise while fostering new avenues for trade and investment across borders.
It has been 38 years of growth, change, development, consistency, business connection, and sustainability.
As we gather under the theme, connecting business, creating value, we are reminded of the critical role that platforms like the Lagos International Trade Fair play in enhancing collaboration, opening doors for entrepreneurs, and facilitating economic integration that Africa seeks to achieve under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area.
This trade fair offers a unique platform for entrepreneurs investors, and industry leaders to network, collaborate, and explore new avenues for growth.
Businesses, creating drive, resolutely with our collective vision for Lagos. Our mission in Lagos is to position our state as a regional hub and a thriving global marketplace.
And we are live here at Lagos Trade Fair.
Hello everyone, we are the City 360 photo booth here in Lagos International Trade Fair. We're here to help exhibitors, visitors have a good time. Are you here to shop? Come here and make videos and have fun.
It is with immense pleasure that I welcome you to the 38th edition of the Lagos International Trade Fair. We know that this fair is about connecting businesses and creating value for those businesses across the world.
It has grown to become a premier platform that showcases the best of Nigerian enterprise while fostering new avenues for trade and investment across borders.
It has been 38 years of growth, change, development, consistency, business connection, and sustainability.
As we gather under the theme, connecting business, creating value, we are reminded of the critical role that platforms like the Lagos International Trade Fair play in enhancing collaboration, opening doors for entrepreneurs, and facilitating economic integration that Africa seeks to achieve under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area.
This trade unique platform for entrepreneurs, investors, and industry leaders to network, collaborate, and explore new avenues for growth.
Businesses, creating drive. Let's only keep with our collective vision for Lagos. Our mission in Lagos is to position our state as a regional hub and a thriving global marketplace.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is announcing the arrival of the President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, in the person of Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, FCA. You're welcome, sir. We also have the DG coming in with him. Of course, earlier we had the chairman of the Trade Promotion Board and Vice President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry with us. Of course, I'd like to acknowledge the arrival of the MD CEO of Northwest Petroleum, the person of Dame Winifred Apani, MD CEO, Northwest Petroleum. Please put your hands together for her. Mr. President, distinguished members of the board, management staff, of course the entire Lagos Chamber of Commerce family, you're welcome to day 5 of Lagos International Trade Fair, the second day of special events at this august place. Today we are having Northwest Petroleum Limited, and of course the MD CEO is here with a full complement of the management staff. Please let's put our hands together for Northwest Petroleum. And as we start off, shall we rise for the Nigerian national anthem? First stanza only, please.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ in brother.
Please be seated. Once again, good afternoon and welcome to Northwest Petroleum Special Day. Mr. President, we are privileged to have with us the Managing Director, CEO, the beautiful benevolent, adorable, affable, confident, composed, dedicated, dynamic, elegant, favorable. Of course, Dame Akpani Winifred. Please, let's put our hands together for her. She's accompanied this afternoon by a very powerful team of executive directors, including Mr. Collins Ogbu, who is the executive director in charge of operations. Am I right? Please put your hands together for him. We have Mr. Mohammed Salahuddin, who is executive director in charge of retails. Mr. Cyril Okoro, who is head of business desk. Mr. Benjamin Sholani, who is the national sales controller. We also have Mr. Justin Kofe, who is the financial director. And of course, she's gender sensitive. She's balancing it. We have the head of legal and corporate services, the president of Mrs. Blessing Adedokun. The MDMA, we at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we pride ourselves on being the oldest and the biggest chamber in Africa that is standing. Others have come and gone, but we thank God we are standing. And we have a checkered history of over 100, and very soon will be 150 in existence, 150 years. And we're led by a powerful team. Of course, at the echelon, top echelon, we have the President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, in the person of Mr. Gabriel Idahosa, FCA. He's supported here today by the man on whose shoulders rests the crossing of the T's and the dotting of the I's to ensure a seamless delivery of the Lagos International Trade Fair. The person of the chairman, Trade Fair Promotion Board, and the vice president of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the person of Prince Abimbola Olashore, also FCA. I don't know. When I heard Northwest, I was thinking of online banking solution. I was thinking of Northwest of Nigeria. I did not even think fast of Northwest Petroleum. But today, if you are from the petroleum industry, we are surrounded by FCAs. We have the secretary and the director general of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Dr. Mrs. Chinyere Alumna, FCA. So, with that said, I don't want to take much of our time. I'd like to invite the President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce. That's the only alteration to the program that you gave me. The President, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, to formally welcome the team from Northwest Petroleum. Mr. President, sir.
The MD of Northwest and the top leadership of Northwest, when they told me that the CEO of Northwest herself was coming to this event, I said, this is special, very, very special, that the Oga of all the Ogas in Northwest, you know, in Nigerian parlance, we will say the Oga Pata of Northwest. Or the Italians would say the Capo di Catutu, the leader of all the leaders of Northwest. Because Northwest is so big as an organization that when we have the opportunity of welcoming the CEO man for an event, we are very, very, very happy. Northwest is one of the most prominent, one of the most respected members of LCCI, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And there is a lot that Northwest does within the chamber through your executive director, Mr. Collins Obu. So many things that Northwest does. And to have you be with us today is special. I want to really thank you, ma'am, for making the time. We know, some of us know how big Northwest is. Apart from driving into the gas filling stations and buying petrol, there are many other things in Northwest that we probably get to know today. And it's a real pleasure for us. It's an honor to welcome you to this event. Having said that, I want to tell our audience that this fair has a primary mission: connecting businesses, creating value. And so we celebrate the unique role of Northwest Petroleum and Gas as a key stakeholder, a truly key stakeholder in the oil and gas sector. The generic theme for the fair encapsulates in the interconnected nature of modern businesses and how Nigeria's oil and gas sector remains instrumental in bringing these connections. The oil and gas industry has been a driver of prosperity and a sector of profound challenges at the same time, facing supply chain shifts, regulatory uncertainties, low investments compared to opportunities in the sector, and of course recently the petrol price controversies. Northwest Petroleum and Gas stands out as a leader in navigating these challenges and contributing to the stability within the energy landscape. Despite these achievements, the sector's growth has been hampered by several challenges: security issues around pipelines, a high dependency on imported fuel until recently that was and still due to limited refining capabilities, which has contributed to the volatility we are seeing in prices. Nevertheless, increased offshore investments and technology advancements in monitoring and production have begun to mitigate these challenges, offshore and onshore investments, as exemplified by Northwest Petroleum's role in stabilizing fuel supply in our local markets. The end to the federal government's petrol pricing interventions is long overdue, allowing a direct purchase mechanism that allows marketers of premium motor spirits to negotiate commercial terms directly with refineries wherever they are located is not only necessary, but commendable. With more competition and a smoother supply chain in the market, we may see lower prices soon if the oil and gas sector is fully deregulated and well driven by the regulators in the sector on aspects like quality of products that need to be regulated. Businesses have continued to suffer from increasing burdens of rising operating costs incurred on logistics, power supply, scarcity of foreign currency for critical input, and inflated costs in third-party source services. With the CBN monetary rate, as those of you in industry know now, at 27.25%, an exchange rate of 1,620 to the dollar. I don't know about this morning. At the time this paper was written, it was 1,620 to the dollar. An employment rate, official employment rate of 5.3%. We run a business environment that is 2/10 for most businesses to thrive. Since the inception of this administration, petrol prices have risen by about 430% to date. These indicators may worsen in the coming months due to a thriving speculative environment, harsh regulatory ecosystem, unguided controversies, persistent insecurity challenges, and weakening purchasing power that restrains demand for goods and services. In the situation we find ourselves, we urge the government to stay focused, more vigorous regarding the ongoing interventions, like removing some taxes. We have lost count of the number of taxis we have in this country. And we are hoping that at the end of the policy reforms, we can actually count them and know how many there are. The transition to compressed natural gas mobility, the Crew for Naira scheme, and the suspension of some import duties. These are all parts of the efforts that I believe Northwest will give us a better understanding today. The CNG mobility initiative needs to be supported with CNG refueling stations nationwide and credit facilities to support quick conversion and usage. We also urge the government to summon the courage to be consistent in the oil and gas sector reforms and implement the Petroleum Industry Act fully, because half-hearted implementation is part of what we are struggling with. We see the long-term gains of these reforms if they are implemented under a conducive regulatory environment. Removing VAT on diesel and cooking gas was a bold step towards reducing the cost of living for Nigerians, but it is only the beginning. As we look to the future, the transition to CNG mobility offers an opportunity to make energy more affordable, reduce emissions, and create jobs. At a crossroads with policy directions, Nigeria needs a positive national orientation to navigate the stormy waters we find ourselves today. We therefore recommend that government complain to Nigerians and businesses on the direction of their policies and what near-term achievements are possible. This will build some level of uncertainty that is manageable to support business planning and decisions. Businesses expect risks and some level of uncertainty, but there is a certain level of uncertainty that is not acceptable and is not amenable to long-term, even short-term planning. In closing, the Nigerian oil and gas sector remains a dynamic cornerstone of our economy, resilient in the face of challenges, and poised for sustainable growth. Northwest Petroleum and Gas Company's contribution exemplifies Nigeria's businesses' dedication to creating value and stabilizing the energy sector for all Nigerians. As we look forward, fostering stronger collaboration, embracing modernization, and advancing regulatory efficiency will be crucial steps towards a robust, self-sufficient, self-sustaining energy sector. I thank you for your listening.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Next, we have a presentation by Engineer Olugbenga Akinwumi, who is going to make a presentation on lubricant blending plant. Please,
it has been studied that the global market of lubricant was 165 billion sometime in 2022 and expected to grow at the rate of 2.7% by 2027 to achieve $188 billion. Imagine the volume. And it is also envisaged
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, President LCCI and the ESCOs. Good afternoon, ma'am, the MD CEO of Northwest Petroleum and the management staff. So my name is Engineer Olugbenga Akinwumi. So I'm from Northwest. In Northwest, our slogan is more than you expect. So we pride ourselves in the kind of customer service that we give our customers that comes to any of our business units. So as Northwest, we are into retail stations, oil trading, jetty operations, and depots in Calabar. We also have our lubricant plant in Satellite Town. Then we are going into gas maybe in the next in the next 1 year. So across all our business lines, so anytime you come across any of our products, so we pride ourselves that we do more than you expect so that you can come back to patronize us. Thank you. So today I'm showcasing our lubricant plant. We have a lubricant plant in Satellite Town, Ijegun, Lagos. So the objective of this presentation is production and quality process, then the grades of lubricant that we produce. Our brand name for the lubricant is Rosarium. So anytime you go into the market, you come across Rosarium, know that it's synonymous with Northwest. It's from Northwest. So this is the overview of our ultra-modern lubricant plant. Next slide, please. So when we talk about lubricant, what do we mean by lubricant? So lubricant is a substance that allows friction between two substances at a close distance, meaning that it allows you to the slide movement between two surfaces. So lubricants are made up of two major raw materials. We have base oil and additives. These are the main components of our lubricant. Next. So what are the properties that an additive imparts in base oil for us to call it a good lubricant? We have anti-wear properties, detergent, meaning that it will wash your engine properly, dispersant, antioxidant, meaning that it will not degrade. We have anti-corrosion, viscosity improver. All these make up of what we call a very good lubricant. The major raw materials for, like I said earlier on, was base oil, additive, and we also have packaging materials, the kegs that we fill the product with, the drums, and some of the tests that we carry out on them. Next. So in Northwest, before we produce any product, we start from the raw materials end. We analyze the raw materials at the initial stage to ascertain their quality before we go into production. These are blending section of the plant where we blend the product. Next. So this is the overview of the control room, our SCADA system. Our plant is unique in the sense that we have what we call a SCADA system, which enables us to produce lubricant in an automated way, that nobody has to touch anything, nobody has to go and open any tank for product to move into the blending tanks. We also have the solenoid valve that opens automatically on the blenders. So this aids our operation in a way that producing lubricant is very easy for us, and we are able to turn out a very good product. Next. So these are some of the parameters we carry out on all our lubricants: the viscosity, flash point, TBN, tan, metal content, foam sequence. So once we produce in the blending section, the lab has to take a sample and analyze. This is one of our staff working on one of the samples to meet the acceptable standard before it is released for filling. So this is one of our filling line. We use this one particularly for 1 liter product, as you can see on the slide. This is for 4 liter. Next. This is for drum and 25 liters. Next. So also storage is important when it comes to lubricant production. you have to stack your product properly so that nothing will tamper with it. We have a capacity of storing over 800,000 liters of lubricant at the Ijegun plant. Next. So in Northwest, when we say we have various grades of lubricant, what do we mean by that? So we have different grades of lubricant that we market. We have the automotive grade, we have the industrial grade, and the auto care products. Next. So for the automotive grades, we have all these different grades that we produce. We have the motor oil SAE40. We have a sample on the rack there. The diesel oil, the premium 20W50 for cars. We have our synthetic 5W30 APISN. We also have heavy duty that we produce in 25-liter jerry can and drums. Ultimate 15W40, which is one of our premium brand, is a diesel engine oil for newer generators, newer trucks, which we produce. We also have gear oil that we produce also. Next. For the industrial product, we have different grades depending on what the customer wants. We have a gear oil for the industrial gear. We have hydraulic, compressor oil, turbine, marine, gas engine oil. We have a universal tractor transmission oil, soluble oil. We have circulating oil. Then we have greases, EP2, EP3 also. Next. So for the auto care product, we have Rosarium coolant, Rosarium brake fluid, we have fuel injector cleaner, and we have Rosarium ATF. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Well, I don't know whether there will be Doromi at the end of this, because I've already noted some questions that I will ask. But let me quickly go to the next person who will talk to us about Rosarium, the person of Mr. Benjamin Sholari, National Sales Manager.
Rosarium lubricants are formulated with high technology, and with that, you are sure of the quality of the engine oil,
which I'm sure
they
all of
have
you are asking.
very great capacity
Why should I choose
to wash the
Rosarium
engine,
lubricants
and
over
so
other
your engine
lubricants?
will be clean.
What's
After
peculiar
drain
about
time, when you
Rosarium
look at your
lubricants?
engine, you see your engine
And that's the
sparkling.
question I want
And
to
it also
answer,
cools the
answer
engine
now. And,
because it has an
I also
additive
wanted
that
to,
makes it
follow
cool
me
the
very well,
engine.
because
And
just like
by
the
that,
MC said,
it
he will
gives the
ask some
engine
questions.
a
I'm also going to ask some
long
questions.
life.
And I want to
And
let you
also
know
it
that I have
has
some
a
gifts
long
also,
drain time.
that
So
I
when
will
you
give out
use
to those
Rosarium
who
lubricants,
will
you
answer
can be
my
sure
question.
that
Basically, I would want to quickly take you through some few things you need to know about lubricants. And that's that
mileage,
for Rosarium
it will take you
lubricants, we
further.
have the mono grade and we have the
range
multi-grade.
of
And when you talk about the mono grade, you are
is a
talking about
strategic
the SAE
intervention in the Nigerian
40.
lubricant
That
market.
lubricants
aimed
that
to
can
give
work in a single
exciting customer service
temperature.
experience.
And then you have the
both
multi-grade,
automotive
where you have the
and
20W50. And so you see that
Our
it's no
lubricants
longer
are
just
specially formulated
a simple
to meet the
temperature. It
requirement
can
of
work in
OEM
the summer,
high
it can work in hot temperature, and it can work
based
in
on
what? The
gotten
cold
from the
temperature. So you
refining
have that
process of
as the
product.
multi-grade.
And high-tech performance additives
Those
are
who are
innovative,
responsible for
clean,
classifying
and environmental
lubricants in
friendly
terms
to
of
impact
viscosity,
the
we call them
chemical
the
properties
Society of
in our
Automotive
lubricants.
Engineers.
And using the
So
Rosarium,
when you see SAE on any lubricant, quickly note that that is talking about the viscosity of the oil. And when you look at your car and your car is saying 20W50, it's actually telling you that the viscosity should be in that respect. And also we have another classification, which is on performance. And that we have the American Petroleum Institute. And over there you see, whenever you pick up a lubricant and you see it starts with S, you will see SF, SG, SM. What it means is that that engine oil is for petrol. Is a petrol-based engine oil. In the respect that it is for a spark engine. So when you see S means spark, and that is a petrol engine. And when you see C, that's a compression engine, and that's a diesel engine. So in case you get to a place where maybe you have gone for a party in a remote area, and you are in need of an engine oil, and you get to the man who is selling, and he says, sorry, I don't have engine, I only have diesel engine oil. And then you'll be in a fix that, oh, my car is a petrol engine. How will I now get a petrol? So you look at the API. The API, when you look at it, that's a performance indicator. It can be SF/CD, or it can be CF/SF. Once you have that, what does it mean? It means that you can use that same engine oil for a diesel car and for a petrol car. I hope you get that. And so that will help us when we get to any area where we have issues, and we can quickly take that. So that's for our knowledge in terms of lubricants. And when you now look at Rosarium lubricants, very unique. And just like my colleague said, we are a company where we take care of quality. We don't compromise on quality at all.
The engine oil will be the largest lubricant set. We commissioned the ultra-modern lubricant plant in 2023, and it has a very unique features which I would like to explain. It has a capacity of 30 million liters per annum, and it are also highly conscious about the process transparency
plant. And what we have done is to build and equip a plant that meets quality requirements from a global perspective. And the implication of that is our consistent capacity
to top brand, a top-notch engine oil, and that's Rosarium lubricant. It will wash your engine. And what does it do again? It has coolant. Our engine oil
and exceed our customers' expectation every single time. We have also put in place systems, procedures to ensure optimal plant availability and machine availability with zero downtime. So in terms of packaging, we have an array of robust, high-precision packaging equipment that cuts across various pack sizes, including but not limited to the 300 ml, 500 ml, 1 liter, 4 liter, 25 liter pack size, as well as the steel and plastic drums. So typically for our packaging lines, what you have is your automated labeling, automated filling, automated capping, induction sealing, your batch coding, as well as automated case sealing, all geared towards ensuring a seamless production.
It drains everything out, and your engine will love you for it, because you are using the right oil for your engine. So when you look at lubrication and you look at which engine oil should you choose, no, don't look further. Just go anywhere you get to.
It works under extreme
do you have Rosarium?
pressure. And that you are sure.
And when they say yes,
that with
buy
that,
the Rosarium.
You can,
because these are great advantages.
And
you know, much more than that. It has long draining time.
Engine, and as
some engine oils you use them 2 weeks, you are done.
Quality engine oil.
1 month you are done. You are just looking like that. The engine, the thing is short,
transmission fluids,
and you have issues. But with Rosarium, it has a long draining time. I'll tell you a story. One of my team members went for a promotion somewhere, and an Okada rider came who was actually using Rosarium, opened the engine. The chap was saying that, oh, I want a new oil. The man told him that, see, this oil in your engine, if I drain it, I will use it for another Okada. Why? Because it is still very strong and very new. And
From
meanwhile, the
the
Okada rider
blending
has used it
operation
over a time.
to the filling operation,
And that's the beauty
even
of
to
the
the
Rosarium
packaging
lubricant.
and
So when I
presentation
mention
in the
Rosarium,
warehouse,
I want you to do
our
something for me.
facility is
You will tell.
automated.
I will tell you what you're going to do now. When I
The
say
human
Rosarium, you say
resource backup
experience the power
for the
of
manufacturing
more.
operation is
That's
composed
Rosarium.
of
So Rosarium,
personnels which have a total
Rosarium.
of 70.
So when I say experience the power of more, you say Rosarium. Experience the power of more. That's Rosarium for you. So I'm looking forward to having all of you patronize Rosarium lubricant. Tell your friends and tell your colleagues. Don't let the mechanic choose. Tell them what you know. Tell them what you want. And tell them that you can beat your chest for Rosarium. It's a top-notch engine oil. And I'm sure you have no issues at all. So let me ask you the question I want to ask you now. Who are those in charge of classification by viscosity? Yes. Who are those in charge of classification by viscosity? Yes. Society of Automotive Engineers. Yes. He got it. Where is there's a water bottle there. Please help me give it to him. I have it there. Where is Benedita? Okay. All right. So it gets one. Yes. Those in charge of performance. Those in charge of performance, where you are now the kind of oil you should use. Yes. I mentioned their name. Anybody? That's why I said you should listen. No? Yes. API. Yes, the API. Who are just in charge of API? What's the full meaning of API? Okay, I'll help you. Yes. American Petroleum Institute. All right, finally, I want somebody that can just give me four of the advantages of using Rosarium over other oils. Yes. 4. You get something for that. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Give her a round of applause. So please give her an umbrella. I'm sure with this submission of mine, you will definitely want to buy Rosarium. Anywhere you get to, Rosarium, experience the power of more. Thank you very much.
Please, let's give it again to Mr. Sholari. Dijima, Dr. Almona, I think it deserves a raise, Abi. Well, we're just recommending, we are not saying anything. We're just recommending. Yes, rather ask questions because Dr. Mr. Sholari has asked questions. You have questions for Northwest. Please feel free if you have questions. I'll take 3 questions, especially from the ladies. Though one lady has won something. Okay, let me ask. From the first presentation that we had, what is the brand name for the lubricants of Northwest Petroleum? What's their brand name? Okay, that came from everybody. What are the raw materials that you can find there? What are the raw materials? Yes? Sir? Ma? Detergents. That's one of the, that's a part of
friction, wear and tear is taken care of. Oil. Your engine life is taken care of.
You have
the piston life is taken care of. Everything is in order when you use Rosarium lubricant.
Antioxidant
range of
and anti-corrosion.
Is second to none.
And she mentioned them.
The market.
The lady there mentioned
Rosarium
them.
range of lubricant.
Then what are the types of grades that we have? The grades of Rosarium lubricants. You have 3 grades. Yes, madam. Ma? Yes. Yes. Please give her a round of applause. What's your name, ma? I don't have the power to give you anything, but I thank you very much. I won't assume powers that don't belong to me. So, let's hear from the lady, the very powerful lady behind the products that we're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me the powerful MD CEO of Northwest Petroleum, Dame Winifred Akpani.
Good afternoon, the President. Please sit down. Let me stand on existing protocols so that I don't get it wrong. And special good afternoon to the audience. Everybody here, thank you for coming. And thank you for being such good students. It was nice to listen to your answers to all the questions. Our National Sales Coordinator, I'm sure you could tell, is a pastor. And I'm at risk speaking after the pastor. But I said to the President after his remarks that, well, I asked him if he's in the oil industry, because I couldn't have done a better job than what he did. And then he explained to me how, with all the like a row that's been going on, they've had to sit with the different contestants or competitors, you know. And this afternoon, I actually thought that what's going on in the downstream industry is a bit too much now. There's too much talk. There's too much fighting over nothing. There's too much reactions that are unnecessary. I just want to use the opportunity of this to say that Nigeria is a great country. Nigeria is difficult right now, but Nigeria is going to get much better. And like you see our payoff line, more than you expect. I think Nigeria is going to become more than we expect. And I think I'm glad that I see a lot of youths here. And I don't find it very productive addressing older people. I like to address the youths because they are really the ones that have the responsibility to make it right. So I'm not here, I'm not a politician, but I'm a business person. And you know, when you're in business, you combine everything. You combine commerce, politics, religion, everything. It's the only way you can stay in touch with reality. So adding to what our people have said, Northwest is a company that was incorporated and has grown to be known for excellence. We want to continue to tell you that we'll always exceed your expectations. We'll always go the extra mile. Of all our products, lubricant is probably our smallest business. And that's because it's new, not too new. I think we've done about 5 years now. So it's still new. 5 years is new for something you create. 5 years is not new for something you just get into and you follow the bandwagon. It's our own creation. When we started, we were blending in India, and we made sure that we got the very best quality products possible. It's been torturous because it has our name. When we sell petrol in the filling stations, you don't even know what goes into your tank. The only thing you know is that my car moves. You don't really know the quality. The quality is left to the government regulator to ensure. But with our lubricants, it's in our hands. And we determined from day one that we're going to do very, very high quality lubricants. It's nothing good is really very cheap. Yes, people say, oh, your lubricants are not so cheap. They can be so cheap because we put the best, very best additives and our combination and our formula. Okay, the formula is still our secret. You know, you cannot get a second Rosarium, and you can't get a fake of it. You've seen the plant while they were making. I don't know how many of you observed how the plant is configured. Everything is totally automated, and then it's just press of buttons. So even if you decide to plant a fake staff for us, he can't get it right, okay? Because the chemists, we have engineers, we have all the professionals. So you can bet that when you buy Rosarium, it is Rosarium. And then you also see the capping. Nothing is handmade. Those cappings, completely automated. The bottles just go round. And as they go round, they are being capped. And there's a seal. And if it's broken, it will not be delivered. So we have quality control as well. Okay, so I'm just doing this little explanation. You wonder if this is not your bigger business, why are you spending time? Because it's something we're growing. And I also want to liken it to the Nigerian story. What you normally get is what you work and what you're supposed to expect. But in Northwest, we ensure that we give you what you don't expect. We give you much more. It's always positive. And I have a special message, particularly for the youths that are here. I have this special message of telling you that Nigeria is a great country. They always tell me, yo, you can say that because you're not going through what we're going through. Recently, a nephew of mine said, oh, you know, times were easier in your time. I said, no. On the contrary, it's just that we were a smaller country. You know, today we're about 220 million Nigerians. When we were in university, I'm not sure we're up to 50 million Nigerians. But I tell you that there's a lot more, there are a lot more resources today because we're very rich in human resources. And I think that that's a very great thing for Nigeria. So for the youths, I continue to tell them that stop looking from the top. Look at where you are and see how to go up. If you start at the top, you don't have a foundation. It's very easy to drop. And when you drop, it's difficult to, to get up again. So in terms of Northwest, whether you're driving to our station, you're buying our lubricants, whatever it is you're doing, we do everything excellently well. People say, how can you afford to have graduates dispensing petrol in the stations? Well, that was the model we set up, and it has worked for us beautifully. And I continue to say it just as an encouragement. As a matter of fact, last week I had, towards close of business, my secretary says, oh, there's this young guy that he says he wants to say bye-bye. I say, who? He said, oh, it's one, it was his last day at work. Okay, he had resigned because he got a scholarship from his state government to go and do a master's. What was interesting about this young guy, and he's not the only one, that has been replicated so many times. And I say this as an encouragement and to let particularly the young ones know that look for what is practical. This guy started off with, I think, one of our Enugu stations at commissioning. He had a degree in computer science, something like that, but what was available, he applied to sell petrol into tanks. But in a short while, the manager realized, oh, this guy is very good with IT, and he said, oh, what's your background again? He said he had a BSc in computer science. Started grooming him, and in a very short while, he was transferred to IT head office. That's the boy that today has a state government scholarship fully paid to go and do his master's abroad. The only question I asked him, will you come back? He said, yes, ma. I said, which country are you going? He said, UK. I said, oh, I know you'll come back. Because I can't even begin to imagine why you finish doing your master's in the UK and you want to stay there. But his level of gratitude And I couldn't understand why. He said, you know, Ma, you don't, I mean, I just walked in, sat, you know, for the aptitude test I was taking. This is where I am today. See where I'm going. And coincidentally, was the second person within the month. The other one had a federal government scholarship. So what I'm trying to say is that you can sit at home waiting for that big job, continue to collect transport from this and that. Use your skills. That's what's going to make Nigeria great. Like I said, anyway, Nigeria is already great. But encourage yourselves. Always remember more than you expect.
I'm sure the MD of North West Petroleum will be. It will come. It will come. So, of course, we appreciate your bearing with us. What happened is that our technical team relied on NEPA instead of going on generator. So, Mr. Sholani, please remember to leave some lubricants behind. DG, I think we need SAE, our CF. Both, okay. So you leave some lubricants behind so that our technical team can make use of that. Anyway, before Mr. Mohammed comes to move the vote of thanks, I'd like to respectfully invite the leadership of the chamber, led by the president, joined by the chairman Trade Promotion Board, who is also a vice president, and the DG, to make a presentation to the CEO, MD Petroleum. Mr. President, sir. After that, they'll be joined by executive directors for Northwest Petroleum to have a group photograph for the optics, especially for reporting, for our reporters.
I am presenting this on behalf of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry to recognize your presence here today, to also recognize what Northwest has been doing for LCCI for a long time, and particularly on behalf of the young people who are here, to thank you for what you have told them. I believe a lot of the young people in the room will remember what she has said to you. It's extremely important that you take away this message. It's not often that young people have the opportunity of a true role model that tell you the home truths about success. That it's not very easy, just going on the computer and press a few buttons and you start making a lot of money. That is the real success is this. I want to thank you very much.
The EDs, please. The EDs, please join them. Madam HR, Legal, please join them. I'm gender sensitive. Okay, let's have two on that side and two on this side. Okay. Okay, please.
estimate that the global market of lubricant was 165 billion sometime in 20 says that the etc. certification for the plant. In order to global status, which is very, very environmental friendly. There is no sound and there is no pollution of spillage. That also reflects our environmental consciousness as a company.
Now I want to respectfully invite Mr. Mohammed Salahuddin, one of our executive directors, to please move the vote of thanks. The most senior executive director.
Automated filling, automated capping, induction sealing, your batch coding, as well as automated case sealing. All geared towards...
Thank you very much. I stand on the existing protocol to thank each and everyone here present today. On behalf of Northwest Petroleum and Gas Company, we say a big thank you to you for hosting Northwest and for us giving us the opportunity to showcase our brands, our capability, and our strengths. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Yes, the management and staff of Northwest. I said Midwest. Midwest is long dead. Northwest Petroleum is able to explain and present. I'm very proud to present their products to you. Please feel free to go to their pavilion anytime. This is day 5. You have 5 days to go to be able to discuss with them. And as I said, I know that the chamber is going to work on possibly the possibility of bringing the MD to talk to the young ones, at least telling a story. As I said, madam, we also try to work with your PR department at Channels Television to get something on Amazing Nigerians, because I think Nigerians must know that story of yours. With that said, please, the next event is by Lesvi Global Solutions. It's taking place almost immediately after, and they are going to present to us what they do. That's the next special event that we have. But right now we're waiting on the MD CEO of Northwest Petroleum to finish signing the visitors register. At least she must record her presence here. We must know that she came. So bear with us. Very soon, at least the ACs are on now. They circulate very soon. So it's our pleasure to have you. Mr. Sholari, have you left the lubricants? Have you left them? No, I can see some on display here. Or you want me to talk to madam? Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. What's the name, sir? Sorry, yes, I refer to Mr. Mohammed as the most senior. You are the most senior executive director. You are not, okay, don't worry. Everybody is running away from most senior. But madam pointed at you. So I know Mr. Singh is very gentle. Can you see him at the back? No, not pushing at all. Oh, Mr. Singh, they say they are very gentle. They are very, very gentle. That's the testimonial that you are very, very gentle. You know what I mean? Mr. Shulari is even laughing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sincerely we hope you wait for the next event. We know you will wait, definitely we know you will wait. But those who are interested, please don't forget that Northwest Petroleum Pavilion is within the Lagos International Trade Fair grounds, and the officers and staff are ever willing and ever prepared, very proud to show off their products and explain the processes to you. For those of you that missed the grades, please go and learn more about the grades of their products, and of course, know the difference between auto care and automotive and auto care, and then also know about the industrial grades that they have there.
Seamless production batch process. We also have on ground a team of trained and highly...
Thank you very much, man. Shall we rise for the first stanza of the Nigerian national anthem?
We are the latest, and we are backed by the latest technology.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign fatherland.
God bless our dear country, Nigeria. God bless Northwest Petroleum. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to visit the Northwest Petroleum Pavilion and interact with the officers of Northwest Petroleum on their products.